Evening all, Louise here with another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Well, subscriber numbers are going up. I think we're about 80, thereabouts, away from hitting that 4,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, you need to be subscribed if you want to be included in this draw. In this draw is a handmade felt pouch with my old tarot, Rider-Waite tarot deck. It's 15 years old. It's all battered. Well, it's not battered, actually. It's in good condition. Might be a few tea stains on back. It's a bit grubby around the edges. It was made by my own fair hand. And that is in the drawer, along with a surprise, which I will announce on the day of the draw. But in order to be included in the draw, you do need to be subscribed. And you need to be entering in the comments interested, and I will enter you into the draw. It's not as popular as the draws we've had in the past, maybe because nobody wants a manky old tarot deck, but it's all been cleared. It's all been cleared and cleansed, all that kind of thing. It's had a Reiki channeled through it. And when it leaves here, it will be a cleared, totally cleared deck, if anybody's worried about that. Right, this reading. If you're not hit the like button, by the way, hit your like on the way in. It all helps the channel. And another further announcement is that all revenue from this channel, except for membership revenue, will go to help for homeless veterans, which is based in Barnsley. Or is it Rotherham? Rotherham, sorry. Right, in South Yorkshire. Not that far away from me. Actually, it's quite far away, but it's still South Yorkshire like I am. Right. This reading, loads and loads and loads of people have asked me for this reading. And I was going to wait a little bit. Excuse me, I'm going to yawn. I was going to wait a little bit before I did it. However, I've had that many requests for the same reading that I'm just going to go and do it. It might not, people might not want to see it, but loads of people have asked me for it. So this is what we're going to do. This reading is about, well, I'm going to inquire with the tarot what the vibe is going to be like on September the 13th with the Unite the Kingdom rally. And I also want to know if it's going to let me know at this stage, is Tommy Robinson going to make it to that rally, or is something else going to happen in between times? So we've got the predictions deck, which is an oracle deck by Trish James Oracles. We've got the Wild Unknown Tarot by King Krantz. How are we starting off? I'm just feeling with Reiki which cards are the hottest, because the hottest are the ones that come first. We've got the predictions deck are the hottest this time. So that's Citrine and Carnelian, if anybody wants to know. Right, let's have a look. What predictions are going to come out for this September the 13th? Unite the Kingdom rally. Some exciting news. Ant Middleton's going to be at the Unite the Kingdom rally. As far as I'm aware, he hasn't said anything about reform, but he's apparently no longer Reform's pick for London Mayor. And as far as I know, he hasn't joined Advance. So I don't know whether he's going to run for London Mayor as an independent or what, but he's going to be at that rally, and so is Jordan Peterson. I think it's going to be a magnificent lineup. But the last Unite the Kingdom rally, the Met Police arrested and kept Tommy on remand so he couldn't be there. So let's see what the predictions deck are going to give us tonight. It might be totally irrelevant because there's so many different possibilities in this deck. It could be something totally irrelevant, but here we go. We've got the one, Uprising Rebellion. Oof. Now, I'm not seeing this card as a fisticuffs Uprising Rebellion. I think it's being portrayed as an uprising and rebellion. That could be pretty dangerous as far as what the establishment does about that. So, Uprising Rebellion, and we've got Unexpected Result. Oh, now. You see that this card, what's jumping out at me in this card is that this figure on this card is a child. And I know this person on this card isn't a reporter, but I'm getting like media reporter vibes from this. So I'm wondering if the media are going to we've found this media so far, we've had far right thugs, blah 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 blah. In the meantime, we've got Operation Raise the Colours, Fly the Colours, or whatever it's called. You know, people going around sticking up St George's flags and Union flags all over the place. Yeah, councils are bringing them down, but people are putting them back up again. You've got Keir Starmer's doing a bit of change of language by saying he supports people waving, flying their national flag. I'm wondering if there's going to be a change in the wind, and if so, should we actually be trusting it? Because let's not forget, no matter what colours party you're from, no matter what party you're from, whether it's red or blue, they've said one thing and they've done another. And then you've got people saying, oh, well, we've always been in support of sorting this thing out. And then it turns out further down the line that they were actually integral in bringing in the idea of shipping boatloads of people literally into hotels up and down the country, mainly in the cheaper areas. It's like, beware the person who's on your side if they're a politician. Or media. That's what I'm thinking, because I think what's right. I've got an image here of Keir Starmer becoming very popular during his tenure. His popularity is going to just go nosedive, and then it's going to become popular again because he's going to do something, but it's a half-arsed attempt. Beware the person in the spotlight, media, established politics. Beware of that, because I think this unexpected result is that the Unite the Kingdom rally is either going to be not reported on at all or reported on in a favourable light, which is unexpected. But then there's an agenda behind that. If you couldn't trust them before, you shouldn't be trusting them now. Because I tell you now, no one is coming to save us. No one, and that's including Donald Trump. Please don't think he's going to save the UK. He isn't. He's going to save his own arse, just like all the rest of them. Right, so let's have a look at tarot. Tommy Robinson, the Unite the Kingdom rally in London. Is he still going to See, these cards could also mean that Tommy gets lifted. People are expecting him there. He gets lifted. But there's not a reason for it. They won't tell you why. So let's see if these tarot cards back that up. I hope that's not true. I absolutely do hope that's not true. I hope he don't get lifted just before the next one. Because I've got a sneaky feeling the next one's going to be a resounding success. And it's not just because Tommy Robinson is there. I think it's going to be because people have had enough. And it's their way of showing the government and successive governments that it's time. We've got the Three of Wands. Right, I'm not saying anything until I've got more cards out on the table. We've got the Devil. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Don't like these cards. I don't like them. So we've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands normally means that you're waiting for your ships to come in, that you've already made your deal, you've made your deals with the merchants and all that. This could mean that basically this United Kingdom rallies, it's all set. All the collaborations have been done, all the deals have been done, all the meetings have been done with the Met Police. I suppose there's probably a few more things to do before they get there, but it's pretty much in the bag. The deal's done, people are coming, people have booked the tickets. That's what that looks like to me. And then you've got the Devil and the Three of Swords in quick succession. And I don't like this. I actually do think that there is the media and certain politicians have relied upon the character assassination of Tommy Robinson in order to stop people following what he has to say and looking behind the rhetoric and actually looking at the work that Tommy Robinson has done, his journalism, for instance. And I think there's an attachment to from politicians and media. I'm saying that because of this card. It reminds me of media. I don't know why, but it does. There's an attachment to using far right thug, EDL, member of the what's it called, BNP. Got the convictions for this, that, and other. There's an attachment to that. And that attachment they're going to find really, really hard to let go, because actually what's happening here is this unexpected result, which is actually going to break their hearts in a lot of ways, because it's not working anymore. It's become unexpected. There's a twist in the tail. And they're going to have to do some juggling. They're going to have to do some backtracking in order to, you're going to hear politicians saying, of course I couldn't talk about Tommy Robinson in the past, but he's done some good work. And, he might be an unsavoury character or might have a criminal record, but sometimes we have to listen to these working class people because, they're the ones that have to, this is what we're going to start hearing. This is what this unexpected result is. I think the media are going to start going, oh, Tommy Robinson isn't that bad after all. But there's still an agenda, and it is to quash the movement. It's to quash the movement, because if the media portrays themselves to be on the side of the United Kingdom movement, if you like, and Rupert Lowe's Restore movement, the rape gang inquiry and all that, they're losing the battle. And the only way to stop losing the battle is to start making noises like, well, we knew all along, but we were restrained by this or that, or Ofcom, blah, blah, blah. parliamentary rules, and we had to say this because we were whipped into saying this. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're only doing it because public opinion is never changed, but more and more members of the public are having their eyes opened and are going to platforms like YouTube, and I don't know what's all the others, Rumble, Telegram, X, all that kind of thing. And they are seeing for themselves who Tommy Robinson really is. He's got his YouTube channel back. He's been on a lot of mainstream podcasts. He's been on Trigonometry, did very well there. He's been with Andrew Gold, did very well there. He's been with Liam Tufts, very well. Really good, interesting podcasts, and others. There's loads of others he's been on. So I think this is actually breaking the hearts. They're going to have to. There's this over reliance on the far right thug, ethno-nationalist, racist tropes that they've been using. They've had an attachment to it, and they've tied themselves up in knots, and they're going to have to cut themselves free of that. This butterfly, basically, they're going to be umming and ahhing and stumbling over the words and saying, "Oh, I never really thought that. I never thought that. No, I never thought that." They did. Remember what they said before, and don't let them sway you, because this is juggling to try and stay relevant. But while they're juggling to try and stay relevant, in the background we've got this beautiful butterfly. You've got the kingdom transformed. There's a transformation here. This Unite the Kingdom rally is going to create a transformation, and it's a beautiful transformation. But I want to know if Tommy's going to get lifted. I'm not feeling that he is going to get lifted. I'm feeling that the people who've always on the outside been against him have sort of capitulated to the fact that they can't hide the truth anymore, and so they're going to have to backtrack and pretend that they never told lies about him in the first place. That one came first. We've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the 3 of Cups. Is that 3 of Cups there? Right, I'll just do them for now. I'll just put that to one side. This middle card is very significant. The 9 of Pentacles, happily ever after. The 9 of Pentacles. This can also be a bit, what's the word? It can also come up as, for me, I see the 9 of Pentacles as smugness, a bit of smugness. But this is like wish fulfillment. This is the wish fulfillment card. People have wished that they let go of this far right trope that they've been using. Maybe that wish is going to come true. We've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. I'll put it that way, but it's in reverse. The 5 of Cups is disappointment. Disappointment. But there's no disappointment here. This isn't disappointment, so it makes me wonder whether Tommy's going to go to that. He's going to be able to go to that next rally on the 13th of September. So we've got this, it's the opposite of disappointment. Wish fulfillment. You've got the Son of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Isn't a proposal here. I wonder if Tommy's going to be invited to share his knowledge, and I'm wondering if Tommy's going to be invited to share some knowledge, or maybe even have some of the documentaries that he's made become more mainstream. I'm feeling that some big production company might well take his documentaries off his hands for a princely sum. It feels like, yeah, I'm not feeling like he's going to get lifted on in this row at all. Oh yeah, and then we had the 3 of Cups. There's a celebration here. This is people getting together and celebrating. So it's not feeling. This isn't feeling like the United Kingdom. These middle ones feel like this attachment to the words they've always used about Tommy Robinson, but it's not going to work because there's a transformation happening here. There's a wish fulfillment. Let's get it out there. There's going to be a proposal of some description, some sort of partnership. I'm wondering if there is going to be a production company that is going to take some of his documentaries that he's made. They are excellent documentaries. If you haven't watched any of them, no matter what you think about him, even if you think Tommy Robinson is an arsehole, it would always be really, really, really wise to go onto his website and watch some of his documentaries. Because you might still hate him afterwards, but they're very thought-provoking. And there's a lot of information in there, you know, especially the Panorama one, you know, where they exposed how Panorama used bribes and lies to get a good swoop. So there's a celebration here. This is very celebratory. These are people in communities, a community celebrating together. I think this Unite the Kingdom thing is going to be a really, really good thing. We've got a star. The star is going. This Unite the Kingdom rally is a really big healer. It's bringing people back together. What people always wanted, the things that have fractured us. The way that governments and the nanny state have sort of fractured us and stopped us being a community, made us more reliant on the state and less reliant on each other. This is coming back to let's just look after each other. The star card is healing. It's the Aquarius card. I don't know whether that's got anything to do with it, but it's healing. So is Tommy going to be there? Let's have a yes or no. Is Tommy going to be there, or is he going to get lifted? We've got 2. We've got, we've got, we've got Temperance and we've got the Lovers. Interestingly enough, the Lovers is a 2. 2 cards are about choices and also about partnerships. There's Temperance is about patience. It's about biding your time, finding the right moment. I think this is well timed. I think this is saying you've been patient, but now's the time to come together in partnership. Partnership with who? Is he going to get married again? Is he going to get married again? See, we've got the Lovers and we've got the Knight of Cups. All we need now is the Ace. We've got the Emperor. We've got the Father of Swords, and we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, see, this is warrior-like. This is astute, very clever, very, very, very aware of what's going on. He knows what's happening. He knows exactly what's happening. He's put the work in. He's been caught a few times in the traps. He's no longer caught in the trap. He's spot in the bullseye. He's hit the bullseye. He's astute. He's got good legal knowledge. I think he's got good legal people behind him, and he's got warriors behind him. People who will think before they leave. I think Tommy has got a good army behind him, but is he going to get lifted? They don't want to tell me, do they? We've got the 9 of Wands, putting down your heavy burdens. So with the 9 of Wands, putting down your heavy, he's carried a heavy burden for many, many, many years. He's been cancelled, he's been thrown in prison, he's been thrown in solitary confinement 4 months on end. This man has had Osmond warning after Osmond warning. He's had his cars blown up, he's had his properties smashed up, he's had to move his wife and his kids I don't know how many times. His burdens are coming to an end and he will be putting them down. So I think I would say that he will be there. But you need to watch out for the traitorous media and politicians who have in the past said what they have said, because they are going to about face and they are going to portray an image of we always thought he was a decent human being, and they're going to come up with some excuse why they couldn't back him up and have the balls to back him up. But his burdens are over. They will be over. He's got one more obstacle. He's got one more obstacle, but he's nearly there. This one feels like wading through treacle. It's been a long slog for him. But all in all, I would say that eventually what will happen is those that did everything they could to keep Tommy Robinson cancelled will start to change their tune. But you must be aware of that because there's an ulterior motive. Stick to the people who've always told the truth, and you won't go far wrong. But I think, all in all, September the 13th is going to go off magnificently. I only wish that I could be there. Right, I'm going and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra!